Hey everyone, it is Tanya. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another apartment renovation. Today I'm once again back renovating an apartment that is in this custom apartment building I've been working on over the last week. I will have it linked down below, the exterior build of this apartment if you'd like to see that, as well as the other apartments we have already decorated. But this is going to be the third one we are decorating, and it is a 2-bedroom apartment for a couple of sisters. I was thinking a teen or young adult sim and their younger sister who is a child. And like the other two, this is another different floor plan, and I adore how this came out. I was kind of going for older fixtures in here, maybe a little bit more of a dated style, but the furniture and decorations in the space are much more modern and youthful. I was thinking sort of maybe this apartment used to be their grandma's and now it's their apartment or something like that. Kind of a fun idea, and as you can see right now, we have a very bright colored kitchen. I am going to change the swatch to this to be the green and brown swatch, which fits the idea that I just shared a little bit better. It was kind of a theme that evolved as I was working on it. I just started knowing I wanted this to be for a couple of sisters where essentially the older sister is raising their younger sister, and so the color scheme comes a little bit later, but this is the shape we go for, and I really like how the layout in this apartment works with the kitchen looking into the living room space. This is that swatch that I had mentioned with this really nice tile as well. It just all feels a little bit more dated and less modern, but I liked that for this particular storyline. I thought it added a lot more personality to the space and looks a little bit more realistic, and so I was quite happy with that. Just grabbing a rug and kind of throwing things around. As I find items, I just chuck them in another room so I don't forget to use those. But I did get a couple of sticky notes up above the stove. I was thinking those could be some recipes. And then using Tool, I'm moving this towel rack next to the stove as just like a place to hang like pot racks and stuff. Or not pot racks, pot holders. That is it's a rack to hold pot holders. There you go. Like oven mitts and all of that sort of stuff. I thought that would look really cute there. And then I am grabbing a table to put in the middle of the kitchen as well. I changed the swatch of this so many different times, but we get one in the end that I think works quite nicely. And I also have these really pretty green curtains in the kitchen. I think adding those, which are much more, I guess, modern than the rest of the kitchen, really starts to add some personality to the space where you can really see that the two different styles that I was putting together in here. I really liked that. And then I'm also adding some of these little drawings to the fridge as well. I was thinking the younger sister did some artwork and it was hung up over here. Those are some art pieces your Sims can make on the kids activity table from Seasons. And then over here, I decided to just add like a little side table, and there's a desk by the door, which I should be decorating. And then one of my favorite things I did in this apartment is I used this big mirror, which I don't remember which pack it's from right now, but it's a giant circular mirror, but it has a really intense glow around it. There's a light on it, but I used Tool to kind of push it into the wall a little bit so the glow is not visible when you have the walls up. It's hidden in the wall, so that made me quite happy. And then in the living room, I am trying to figure out what sort of couches I wanted. So I at first grabbed this chair from the Pastel Pop kit, and I kept that. I thought it looked really nice, and it actually matches this couch from my first pet stuff so well. And this is one of the first couches we got in the game that I feel like gave some sort of vibe that it could be a sectional. So I like to use it that way occasionally. Still, it fits together really nicely, and I thought it was perfect for this space. So yeah, just decorating this room, having some toys around. We have a couple of pieces of artwork above the couch that are a little bit more youthful. And of course, I got some drawings and stuff in here. I was thinking the little kid could play with that. It's not a functional item, it's just a clutter item, but I do like to add that. These are all things from the Parenthood stuff pack or game pack. They're some of my favorites. I love adding them around, and it's going to be really exciting seeing how we can mix and match items from Parenthood and Growing Together in the coming weeks when that comes out, because I feel like that's just a pack that we get so much good family decor from. So having another pack that adds that, it's going to be really cool. I can't stop thinking about it. It's like right around the corner. We're about to have that pack and be able to build with it and play with it. I'm very excited. There's going to be gameplay on the channel. I'm going to test out an 100 BB challenge. We'll see if I'm enjoying it, if you're enjoying it, to see if it continues or not. But I'm thinking I'm going to be testing out an 100 BB challenge gameplay series here on this channel. And then I probably will do some just like regular gameplay with whatever family sounds fun over on my Twitch channel as well, plus building and all of that. So if you're interested, you can check me out over on twitch.tv/Miss Gryphi. I also do a ton of building over there all the time. That's where I built this apartment. And I will be doing some more apartments to finish up this building this upcoming week. So I'm live Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern time if you'd like to join us. And it's absolutely free. So there's that little plug out of the way. That somehow always comes up. I mean, it makes sense for these apartments because I did these over on Twitch first. But anyway, this is that little office space by the front door. We have a computer, you know, some like books and stuff from school, and a calendar and all of that sort of stuff. I was thinking that this sister was in school still, whether that was they're in high school or if they're in college. It really depends on if they are a teenager or if they are a young adult. But either way, I was thinking, you know, they inherited this apartment from their grandma, so that's how they could afford it. And I think it came out so cute in the end. I'm so happy with this apartment. I mentioned this in the other videos, but if you haven't seen the other ones, like I said, I will link those down below. But this is not available in the gallery yet, but the shell of the building is. I uploaded that right away. It's just base game. You can furnish the apartments however you want. But the individual apartments won't be up on the gallery until I finish all 6 of them. And then you'll be able to find them under my EA ID, which is Gryphi, Gryphi. So keep a lookout on the channel. Once they're all out, I will upload them to the gallery so you can go ahead and grab them and play with whichever one you'd like. And thank you all so much for all of the suggestions on different ideas for Sims to live in these apartments. I've written down so many different ideas. I wish I could include them all, but there's only 6 apartments, so I'm having to choose a little bit here on what we are going to include. But the other 2 that I did before this were one for a couple of university students, and I also had a single dad and his twin daughters. And then obviously this is 2 sisters in this apartment. And I have a couple other ideas written down that I'm hoping to get done over the next week. So be on the lookout for those. And like I said, you can join us on Twitch if you want to be part of the process. Anyway, this is the younger sister's room. It is very purple in here. It was very much inspired by this bed, which is from Snowy Escape. I always forget that this bed exists. I don't know why. It's just not one I use very often, but the swatch is so pretty with these florals and this bright purple. So I was quite excited to use that. I just paired it with this base game wallpaper that has like the grass and the butterflies, and just getting a couple of like lamps around the space and a big stuffed animal on the bedside table as well. I also think that this particular dresser just works really nice for kids' rooms, toddlers' rooms, all of that. Because it I don't know why, it just looks very kid-friendly to me. It's from Eco Lifestyle. It's not supposed to be a kid's bedside table or a kid's dresser, I don't think. But when I look at it, I'm like, that's a child's dresser. And that makes me happy because I think it just fits so well in these spaces. So I used that in here, and we got a nice little lunchbox on the dresser, a book bag, getting some more artwork in here, trying to fill up the space nicely. I even got some purple curtains in here. There's just so much purple. Oh, there's a bush jumping through the wall. I'm hoping that I fixed that. I probably did, especially because I'm placing an item right next to it now. Yeah, I fixed it. So just getting a little ottoman under the window. And I also have this toy box over here. I really like that one that looks like a chest. I'm not actually a fan of most of the toy boxes in The Sims 4. I don't think they look very nice, but for some reason I really like that one. Anyway, that room is pretty much done, and now we're moving on into the bathroom. I opted for just a standing shower in this one. We don't have a toddler or a pet, so I felt like it was fine to not have a tub. And so that allowed me to have a little bit of a different layout in here, but also I just felt like it fit better with where I had the door in the hallway. So I didn't have to, you know, crunch one of the doors into the corner with a different one. It has some of the more outdated fixtures, just like the kitchen does, like the rest of the apartment does. But I added some color with the bath mats in here, which came with the bathroom clutter kit. I think they just look so nice in here. And it feels like a really realistic apartment. I had a lot of fun with this one. But that's pretty much it for this build. I really do hope you enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. That really does help me out. You can also subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more, and if you click that bell, it'll notify you of when those new videos come out. But that's pretty much it. We're gonna head on into screenshots now. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see y'all soon. Bye, everyone.